What is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline. As always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and dropping a like on this video. As of right now, I believe we're about 5 or 6 away from 100 subscribers, which is my current goal. So please, guys, if you're new and or a current viewer and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I would really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's hop in today's episode of Copper Flop. It was a special one, and we got to see this one drop this morning, and we already have pre-orders up, thankfully. And the figure I'm talking about is actually our first Thor figure from the new Thor Love and Thunder film. I don't know about you all, but I did not expect this one. Obviously, being that Kenobi just finished up for the first season, everyone was expecting Kenobi releases this week. However, Hot Toys said, pump the brakes, we got something else for you, and I'm not complaining. We know those Kenobi releases are coming, so I'll take the Marvel too. I love when Marvel gets sprinkled in. So let's take a look at pricing first. As far as pricing is concerned, again, I'm using Sideshow because I really appreciate their photo format. We're going to show another option as well during this video that you can purchase from in the US. But yeah, guys, so for the collector's edition on Sideshow, before shipping and taxes, you're looking at $305. For the deluxe, you're looking at $345. Now, my prediction for the Deluxe, which is the version that I was particularly interested in, I was thinking $335 to $350. So this is kind of right in the middle almost of where I was thinking. So obviously, we're not super happy with where these prices are going, but I think for what he comes with, that's kind of in line with what we've been seeing lately. But let's jump into the Collector's Edition, kind of take a look at what we're getting for that price point. Right off the bat, guys, this is a beautiful figure. We do have a shot of the head sculpt here. And now, to me, guys, this does look very similar to the Age of Ultron Thor head sculpt. Obviously, there probably have been some updates made because it does look much newer and much more detailed than that one. But it does look like they used that head sculpt as a base, which is one of the better Thor head sculpts, in my opinion, so I'm not complaining. And I don't personally have a Age of Ultron Thor in my collection. But with that being said, let's continue on through these photos. You could see, guys, if you have owned any Thor figures in the past, like, for example, the Gladiator Thor or the Infinity War Thor, he does have seamless arms like he always does. I am happy to report, though, I think typically the skin is nice quality on these, and it's nice, thick silicone, so no complaints there on my end. I think it's nice that those were included. If you are worried about longevity of the rubber over time, just don't pose it. Obviously, you can still get some great poses out of this guy without having to bend the arms at all. So, another thing is look at the wiring in that cape, guys. That is incredible. I love to see wiring, especially when it's done right. Sometimes they'll put wiring and it's too weak and it can't hold the pose that you want, but this one is the exception here. It looks like we're going to get great poses out of the cape, which you would expect from the Thunder God himself. Flying through the air, you want to get some dynamic poses with that cape, so I'm very glad to see that. Of course, we get the typical lightning effects that we get with a lot of these Thor releases. It's obviously a given, but it's awesome to see that they continue including those because it does look awesome on the shelf when you pose them in that manner. We do have Stormbreaker with these awesome lightning effects. These are similar to the ones, if not the same. I'd have to double check that were included with the Endgame Thor. But I'm glad to see them included with this because they look incredible. Obviously, with the Thunder God, you got to make them look like the Thunder God. And this is how you do it with Hot Toys. The outfit, I'm really digging, guys. When we saw stills and photos from the movie of this outfit, I knew that I wanted a figure of this outfit. And I'm glad that we got it, and we got it so quickly. It's great to see. I like that Hot Toys is putting out these releases faster and in higher quality, it seems, lately. So that's awesome. Again, the head sculpt, again, you could see the Age of Ultron sculpt in there, but it is definitely updated, and I think it looks awesome, especially that stubble area. Very, very impressive from Hot Toys, in my opinion. This is a great shot here with him standing with the Stormbreaker under his hand. I dig that a lot. This is really cool, though, guys. This is a beautiful figure. I love how the red contrasts with this gold and blue outfit. I just think it looks really great. Now, Nate from Geeking Out did point out this morning on his stream that there is a little bit of pleather here, which is unfortunate. However, if you have owned a lot of the Thor figures, it seems like the pants are all similar on those figures, so not super surprised by that. The boots look like there's not going to be a lot of good ankle movement, but that's okay. I feel like you could still get good poses out of them, especially if you have them flying with the flight pole. But as always, be careful with those flight poles because they do hurt figures over time without being extra, without having extra padding added to them. You could see even just a standard heroic straight up and down pose, he looks awesome. So again, if you're worried about hurting those arms, you still have another option for display without causing any damage to those. I'm a huge fan of this outfit, guys. I gotta be honest with you. So far, what we've seen from the costume design on this film, it's very exciting to me because I think they kind of knocked it out of the park, and there's some great evolutions of Thor in this film. There's a good close-up of the sculpt again. Again, that 5 o'clock shadow / beard he's got going on looks great. And I think the hair color is pretty close to the film as well. And this is what you get with the standard. The additional accessory that has not been shown does come with this standard edition, so that's good to see. But yeah, that is all you get. Obviously, you get a decent amount of hands here. You get your Stormbreaker with all of the effects. You get the lightning effects that go on the chest. The luminous eyes, guys, if you're not familiar, typically that's just like a black light reactive, so it's not LED driven or anything like that, but still very cool that they included that. But let's move on to the Deluxe. Again, $305 if you're purchasing through Sideshow. That does not include taxes or shipping, but that's going to be your price point for this standard collector's edition. Now, I do want to point something out before we move on to the Deluxe. I thought it was very interesting and very exciting. If you look here, it says light up function requires electricity supply. Now, I did go back on other figures just to be sure that that's not the wording they've used before, but all of the other listings for like Iron Man figures, for example, they say requires button cell batteries. So that tells me that this will have some sort of USB plug-in, which is amazing, guys, because we've all been begging for that and hoping that they move in that direction. And I think it's smart. And let's move on to the Deluxe, though, because this is the more exciting version, in my opinion. Again, we're going from $305 to $345. So for a $40 difference, what are you getting with the Deluxe? Right off the bat, I'm sure you could see a big difference between the two. So we saw that the Collector's Edition included these seamless arms. This one not only includes the seamless arms, but it also has these beautiful gold, like ribbed armored arms, which we've seen in the past, just not in this color format. These are incredible, guys. This gold colorway just is going to pop so well on the shelf. So for me, the Deluxe is a no-brainer, especially if you have collected multiple Thors in the past. Having this helmeted look and such on this figure is going to make it pop separately from those other figures on the shelf. Believe it or not, this helmeted look is an extra head sculpt. So again, the extra you're paying is $40, and you're getting this extra armored look, which includes an extra head sculpt. For me, that's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Is the armored look for you? I know it's not going to be for everybody, and I know a lot of people like to see the face sculpt in its entirety. For me, I probably will end up displaying them with this helmet because we're going to get other figures from this film, and I can have them displayed with that look without the helmet. But yeah, guys, I dig the armored look. I think this kind of completes the overall look. I love the gold and blue contrast once again. I think that was a great choice as far as costume design is concerned. But really, really dig it. Let's see if we have any additional photos of new things that are included. I think that's about it. And then we'll get to the photo that kind of shows you everything included. Yep, there's another photo there. Looks awesome for sure. Hot Toys is stepping up their game with the photos, and I really do appreciate that, and I'm sure we all do. There's a shot of him kind of charging up. That has like Ragnarok vibes. You know, when he's kind of awoken again, and he realizes, like, I don't need Mjolnir to be powerful. That's what this shot reminds me of. I really dig that. Here's a shot of him with the head sculpt. Looking really good. I really, really do dig this head sculpt. The details are incredible. But yeah, guys, so that is what you get extra with the Deluxe. Basically, if you want the armored, like fully armored look, that's what you're looking at if you get the Deluxe. I think for $40, that's not terrible, especially considering it's a whole second head sculpt. I know some people like to kit bash and make their own Thors, so maybe you could take the normal head sculpt without the helmet and use that for a kit bash, and you have a beautiful head sculpt to put on any body that you want. So that's always an idea. Or if you buy a loose body for a previous version of Thor, you could use that head sculpt on there. So a lot of ideas come to mind with that. But guys, I also wanted to show you another option in the US. Of course, we love to support CollectorZown. There's some great people over there. Marcos is always for the collectors, so I definitely want to show off his website and kind of give you an idea of what the pricing is like on Thor if you purchase from Marcos. Again, this pricing does include taxes and shipping, and it typically always ends up being cheaper than Sideshow. I will let you know, if you head over to the Collector's Own Cantina Facebook group, Marcos is running a deal this weekend on pre-order, so definitely hop over to the Facebook group and you can get yourself even more of a deal on this figure. He does sell out pretty quickly on popular pre-orders like this, so definitely get a pre-order in while you can if you are interested in purchasing from CollectorZown. If not, with Sideshow, of course, you have plenty of time. Take advantage of those payment plans and build up your rewards. But if you're a fan of getting your pre-orders in early and you like to support local comic shops, definitely take advantage of this listing here on CollectorZown. I cannot recommend him enough. But yeah, guys, so I got to be honest with you. When I saw this, I was very excited. I did not expect a Thor this soon for this Love and Thunder film, but it's a very welcomed release in my opinion. I think for the $345 price tag, although these prices are getting a bit outrageous, it is worth it to me. I will definitely be picking up the Deluxe because I would like to display mine with that armored look. So for me, guys, this is going to be a cop. Absolute cop for me. I'm a big fan of Thor as a character. I have multiple figures of Thor from previous films, so I absolutely will be grabbing this Thor. And I honestly expect to see the Thor with the fur coat, and I expect to see a Ravager Thor as well. So keep an eye out for those. There's some rumors about that Ravager Thor coming out sooner than later, so definitely keep an eye out, guys. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I know these copper flop videos, they can kind of get long. I tried to keep this one a bit shorter, and I think you guys would appreciate that because I've noticed my viewers like to watch shorter videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. That is the most important thing with these videos, is I want to hear your feedback. Is this a cop for you, or is this a flop? Are you waiting to see more releases from this film, and maybe you like another outfit more than this one? Let us all know down in the comments below. Again, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel and drop a like on this video. Also, I will have links for both Collector's Own and Sideshow in the description below if you would like to pick up these figures or just take a look at the listing and kind of get a better idea of what you're getting. But that's all I got for you guys. Have a great day, and once again, thank you so much for being here.